So every time there's a new Pixel announced, I always feel obligated or tempted to go buy it. In this case, it's the Google Pixel 10 XL. But there's always one thing that nags at me or prevents me from making that purchase. And actually, it's this, the Google Pixel 6 Pro. For some reason, even though this came out years ago, I still think it's the best Pixel that Google has ever made. And I'm going to explain why in this video and why you should maybe hold off or perhaps look backwards when it comes to your next phone in the Pixel lineup, that is. All right, so first off, I just want to talk about design here. This is the Pixel 6 Pro. It's still working great. It came out in 2021. And in fact, it's a little bit shorter than the new Pixel 10 Pro XL. It's 6.7, where the 10 XL is 6.8. But I will say it just feels like super premium because it has this really nice kind of chocolate bar feel. And there's a lot of glass on here. The back is glass, the front is glass. It kind of curves over. And the design of the Pixel 6 Pro has always been one of my favorites. Now I want to talk about the processor. Yes, it has an older processor. I think it's the Google Tensor 5mm or nanometer rather, and the Pixel 10 Pro now has the Google Tensor G5, which is 3nm. But I will tell you, I've never had an issue with this processor. I've never had an issue with the phone lagging or being super slow. It's always been super snappy. I've never had any problems with waiting or stuttering. And again, this came out like 4 or 5 years ago at this point. So it's still a great processing phone. And the other thing I want to talk about when it comes to this phone is the fact that I'm not sacrificing anything when I have to not upgrade. I still have the triple cameras, one of them telephoto, I have the quad LED on the back, and also I have this premium screen. This screen is 120 Hertz, so it's not like I have to deal with super slow or really jerky movements. It's super fluid and it's 800 nits. Yes, I know it's not as much as 3,300 nits on the new Pixel 10 Pro XL, but it's still really great. It's super bright still. I can see it in direct sunlight without a problem, so the screen is not a big issue to me. Also, it's POLED, so it's still a marvelous looking screen when I'm reading content or when I'm watching videos. It's still super great. So when it comes to the screen, I'm not missing anything. So I don't feel like the screen is a push for me to upgrade. And the biggest push for me not to upgrade would be the cameras, because check out these photos that I just took from vacation. Again, 2021 phone, Pixel 6 Pro. These photos still look stellar. I mean, the color is great. The way that Google processes these photos is always my favorite. And honestly, if you were to put the Pixel 10 Pro XL next to the Pixel 6 Pro, I doubt you'd be able to scream out there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference because it's just so similar and just slightly different that I don't think anyone is going to really notice. Obviously, since this is an older phone, it does have some, I guess, dated technology. It doesn't have the best or the biggest battery. It doesn't have the new Qi 2 wireless charging. It doesn't have the super fast 45 watt charging. I think this one still has the 23 watt. So I'm missing out when it comes to charging, but I can go a day using my Pixel 6 Pro without worrying about losing battery. I can go a day with my Pixel 6 Pro without worrying how my photos will look. And I can go a day with my Pixel 6 Pro without worrying about if the screen's bright enough, or is the content looking great, or is it loud enough because the speakers still work great on this phone. And also, every time I pick it up, I don't have to worry about it being like an old, boxy, gross design. This is glass on glass. We still have that nice little hinge, or what everyone was calling the RoboCop when this came out. Like, it feels premium. And although the Pixel 10 Pro, I think a lot of us are guilty of this, the Pixel 10 Pro XL is an exceptional phone. It's fantastic. The new AI features are great. The design is fantastic. The battery is obviously great. The whole MagSafe thing is awesome. But I don't think that Pixel owners should just go running out to get it, because there's still other Pixels that you can find online for half the price or a fraction of the price that still deliver a great experience. I know a lot of content creators are excited now because the embargo has been lifted and they're going to shove all this Pixel 10 XL content in your face. And good for them, that's great, but I still think there is a community of Pixel users who might be upgrading or considering downgrading to a cheaper phone. And I'm here to tell you that the Pixel 6 Pro is still the one to beat when it comes to new Pixels. Love this phone. I think now you can get it for like $500 or even less. And I don't think there's been a Pixel yet that has maybe want to upgrade from this.